folks, welcome to another top 10 list. This one right here is a kind of a special list because it's a very microcosmic list.
Yes.
We're talking about the top 10 new games that Jessie has played in the month of April. New to her, specifically. So how many
But
games?
first, I want to say, yeah,
How many games did you play
I played
in the month of April?
37 different games.
37?
37 different games.
Comic-Con was in there, though.
Comic-Con
So
was in
there's
there.
the gaming weekend in there.
And we had a game night, and we
We
had
had a game night, right. And we had to get a lot of new games played for the channel.
But I played 37 games this month.
37 games. That's
And
more
that
than
doesn't
one game
count
a
some of
day.
the games I played twice or multiple times. These are 37 different games.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
How many of those have I played before?
I don't know.
Only 7.
So you played 30 new games.
I played 30
New to you.
new to me games.
Wow.
That's
something
ridiculously amazing.
It's like a new game a day.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't even realize that. That's kind of the benefit of keeping track of that
Right.
kind of stuff.
I can see
because
why
you
people
don't
keep
realize,
track of that. Yeah.
You don't realize how many games you've played in a month
Right.
or in a year unless you actually try to keep track of it. All right, well, here we go. This is Jessie's top 10 games that were new to her from the month of April out of a pool of 37. No, 30.
Yeah.
Out of a pool of 30, so she whittled it down to 10 from 30.
Sure.
Here we go.
Number 10 is a prototype game.
A prototype game. Mm-hmm. Okay. There were a couple of those this
Oh,
week.
were there? I don't know. This is one I know is a prototype. And it's the Shackleton series.
Oh, the Shackleton series.
I only know the
This
full
one
name because
right
it was right
here.
here. Yeah. You pull
This
that up
one
and you
right
don't even
here,
need
the
to put a graphic
Shackleton
on it.
series. Oops. No, I'll have to put the graphic
Oh.
on. I'm not going to hold this the whole time.
This was a really fun game. It's very puzzly, and it's like a escape room-ish.
Yeah.
Like you have to solve the puzzle.
Yeah.
It's historical. It was really cool. I did it with my kids, Daphne and Dante, who are very smart and helped me immensely through the puzzle.
She's not giving herself enough credit. There were many times where she came up with the right answer while the two kids were still trying to science and math everything out.
Right. I was like, how about the word coals or ashes? And they were like, no, Mom, you got to listen.
Spoilers? Jeez.
Oh, I don't know what part. Well, cut that out. Jeez Louise. Anyway, I did solve some of it, but it was a really fun game. I really liked it.
Yeah, that's cool.
Sometimes I feel when we do some of the escape room ones, I get a little, I'm like, I can't do anything.
Well,
And this one I actually felt like I could contribute.
there's nothing wrong with that necessarily. I've been in a lot of escape room situations or games where, not situations, but escape rooms or games where I was like just observing for a while and then listening to people talk. And then when something clicked, I was able to provide input, which helped them move on to the next thing. And that's how escape room games are supposed
Right.
to work. You're not necessarily always contributing information. I mean, if there is somebody that's always contributing information, I view that person as that guy.
Yeah,
The alpha player
yeah.
that's trying to do everything on his own, and he's probably would be able to figure it out on his own, but that's not the
No.
pull. And
I liked the fact that we were working together,
Yeah.
me and the kids. It was
That's
fun.
cool.
It was fun.
yeah, it's got a lot of really cool stuff in it.
Yeah.
And we only played the first episode. I played the first episode on my own. When everybody else was off doing other things, I took a couple hours on a Saturday morning to just kind of sit down and do it. And it was really fun.
Yeah.
And so, good pick, number 10. The
was a fun
Shackleton series
Yeah, that
from
was a fun one.
Escape Mail.
So my number 9 is a game I played with Sam.
Oh, boy.
He taught us, and we played at ChemosCon. And we got to wear donut hats for the donut shop.
The Donut Shop.
The donut shop is my number 9.
Yep, that's cool.
That was a really fun game. It was really fast. It was easy to play. but it had some of those tile placement things that I really like. And there was kind of a struggle as you're trying to get the bigger boxes of donuts.
Yeah.
And
Those were really hard.
it was really hard. I could get a little tiny box of donuts. I couldn't get a big one. And it was fun to play. It was easy to teach. And it led to lots of laughter. It was really fun.
The cool thing about that game, I think, is that you don't have to rely just on getting those boxes
Right.
to score your points.
Right.
You also score points by just adding tiles to the conglomerate.
Right.
I
I
like
got
that.
a lot of my points just by adding donuts in a row.
The thing is that when you keep adding, if you can continue adding to those big groups of
Yeah.
donuts, that can score you a lot of points. But when somebody covers those donuts up and it breaks them up, you're like, well, crap. And,
Right. I was going to get 50 cents, and
Yeah.
now I get 10.
Yep. So that's a cool thing. I really did enjoy that game.
I did too. I liked the fact that you had two things to draw from. One was face side up, and one was face side down, and you could choose which one. I thought that was a nice tool.
Well, you always had the face up options, but you had to draw one face up and you had to draw one face
Yeah,
down.
and that was-
choice is a good choice.
And it
to
was
have to
kind of a
make.
nice little balance, and it was fun.
Yeah, that's a great one. It's a great little theme. Jeffrey Allers usually has really simple but fun games.
Yeah, it was
And
super
that's-
fun,
that's a
and
good
I
one.
could see this being really fun at game night.
Yep,
It
absolutely.
was easy to teach.
It's
it
a
was
automatic staple gateway game.
yeah,
automatic.
super fun. So that's my number 9.
Very good. Number 9, Donut Shop from 25th Century Games.
My number 8 is going back to Sam's nature themes games.
Oh boy.
And we are building our little Japanese garden. So it's a samurai.
Gardener.
Oh,
We
it
do
was
not
really neat.
play. We do not play it with the
Okay, we
slap.
did not play with the slap, and I'm very grateful for that. One, I have no reflexes, and two, I don't like the hitting and the slapping, and that causes me stress. So we didn't play with that rule. But it was a really fun game. I really liked. At first, I was very bothered that I couldn't make rows and columns because I was like, "Oh, I could make a column here and a row here." No, it's just rows.
Yeah.
And my brain got a little confused on that because I was like, "But I want the look, I got a row right here." But the tile placement, like the little card placement, was really easy, and I liked the way that you could only score one of each type of piece in your garden, a path or a pond or a tatami. I really liked that. And then once they were flipped over, you couldn't do them again.
Right.
So it kind of caused you to,
Until you got all of them done.
right, until you got all of them done, you had to flip them all over.
Yep.
But it caused you to really think and go, oh, I have these koi ponds right here and it would all work, but I can't.
Yeah.
So I thought it was really fun. Is that only a 2-person game?
No, it goes up to 4.
Oh,
It's a 2 to 4 player. We only played
we've
it
only played a
2-player,
2-player, but I really enjoyed it. And it's pretty. It was very simple. It was fast. It had all the things I like.
Hisashi Hayashi is
Yes.
the designer.
That's what you say.
And he's a great designer. He has a lot of really neat designs that are like that, very simple, but still have that depth that a game needs to have a continual draw to it. But Osprey Games did a great job with that game. I really enjoy it.
Yeah, super nice.
I'm very glad I remembered how much I liked it. So that's cool.
Yep, and that was one you taught me.
Samurai Gardener from Osprey Games.
My number 7 is one I learned at Comic-Con, but I got to play with Sam, but somebody else taught it. And we had ships, really cool little ships. And I don't know, what is the mechanism of that? How would you explain? It's Namiji?
Namiji.
Namiji.
Yeah, it's set in it's a re-implementation maybe of Tokaido.
Yes.
And I don't think you've ever played Tokaido. I played Tokaido way back in the day. And it is very similar to Tokaido, but Namiji is track movement. So you can only ever go forward. You can't go backwards on this track. and you can only go to a spot that's open on the track. You can't go where somebody else already is.
Right.
Some places have 2 spots that 2 people can be
Right.
there, but most of the spots only have 1. And so you have to go you always have to go forward, and sometimes the places where you want to go going forward, they're taken.
Yeah.
And they're still going to be there by the time your turn rolls around, because the person who's in last goes first.
Right. So that was an interesting move mechanism too. I lost terribly at the game.
She didn't lose terribly. I think we were all within 10 points of each other.
Really?
Yes.
I think I was like,
And it was a 5-player game.
it was a 5-player game, but it was really fun.
Yeah.
It could be the people, it could be the game, but it was a really nice.
It was very chill time.
Yeah,
it was a very
it was
chill
not-
game. It wasn't very stressful. It wasn't very...
It wasn't very competitive. It wasn't very angry. It wasn't very, I want that piece. Or it was like, all right, let's just keep going. Like, it was fun.
Yeah. And because you really...
You can't get everything.
Yeah.
There's no way you're going to get everything.
You try to plan ahead to say, okay, if I move here, then
Right.
they're going to move here, then
Right.
they're going to move here, and then I'll be able to go where I want to go.
Right,
You really
it doesn't even
can't do
happen.
that. You can try to, but often it won't work out. So you literally have to just wait to see what's available on your turn, and then say, okay, that's probably the best thing for me to do right now. I'll go do that.
Right.
So there's very little stress. It's a very chill game.
It was, and that's why I liked it.
It's a beautiful game as well.
Really pretty. And the miniatures were really pretty. Every boat was different, and
Yeah.
that was really unique.
Yep.
The art was really cool. The fish were really neat. The little mechanism at the bottom where you're trying to get like a Sudoku almost, like you're trying to get a row of certain numbers.
Yeah. The fish that you catch.
Yeah. It was a really fun game. I had a really nice time.
That's a good one. Namiji.
That's my number 7.
Namiji, number 7. I can't remember who makes that game, but it'll be right down here.
Right there. Number 6, I think there's a little interesting theme, which I didn't realize it until I just looked over my list. But my number 6 is the cutest game with pandas.
Oh. Takanoko, yeah.
I actually played that one twice this month. That doesn't count. It was 2 different games.
Yeah.
But I really liked it. It was super fun.
So you played it once here.
I played it once here and
played
then
it-
once at game night.
Once at game night. Oh,
Yeah,
really?
yeah.
Who did you play with at game night?
Doug and Emily?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, wait a minute. I remember you. Yeah, okay, never mind. I remember you playing it.
Yeah, game night.
Yeah.
It was super fun. It was really cute. And I think it's the only game I've ever seen with pandas, and they were really cute. And I really liked them, like, eating the little bamboo and trying to get to the places to eat the bamboo. It also wasn't hard, which I'm grateful for.
Yep. Antoine Bozat.
Yeah, that was a super fun game. It was really cute. I couldn't get my gardener to grow anything, so I just kind of gave up on that and just kept eating bamboo. And I kept hearing the theme for Kung Fu Panda in my head the whole time.
There you go.
And the little sounds that he makes, like boom, boom. Seriously, it was a really fun game. It was cute. It also had tile placement. But it was a very fun little game.
Yep, that was a good one. From Bombix, I believe.
It was not hard,
Takanoko.
and I understood it.
Yep, from Bombix.
look
Bombix and
at you.
Matago. So that is cool. That was what, number 6?
That was my number 6.
Alrighty. Cool beans. Top 5.
I was on a little Asian kick because I was hungry for some sushi. And we played a really fun game called Sushi Boat.
Sushi boat.
And super easy to understand, super hard to get what you want.
That's true.
Super easy to understand. Absolutely cannot get the pieces of sushi you want.
Well, I didn't have a problem getting the sushi pieces that I wanted. I had a problem guessing what was underneath.
It had this really cool that you push the tiles
track.
in and it looked like they were on a sushi track, like the little
Like a
conveyor
restaurant.
belts.
Yeah.
And part of the game is as the pieces slide under the hidden compartment, you have to try to remember what was,
If a
on
wasabi
the
card
tray and
comes
what.
out. If a wasabi card comes out, that triggers.
You remembering what those two in the...
Well, it's like you get to bet on what you think is underneath the conveyor belt about to come out the other side, and if you get it right, if you get all 5 right, you get a good bit of points at the end of the game.
Right.
But it's also you get 1 point per wasabi cube that you put out correctly. Right. She was rocking that, and I was like, I have no clue. I was
actually like consciously looking as they would go in, and I would try to remember it. And that helps me immensely. I think that's what helped me get close to winning the game. I don't think I won, but I
did pretty well.
But it was so cute.
Yeah.
It was super cute.
Production quality was off the charts.
So cool.
Off the charts.
This little conveyor belt thing and these nice plastic discs with your plates of sushi on it.
Yeah, it's actually, they stack well. The centerpiece, which had the actual track on it, I mean, all of it was
super cool.
Super well done.
Yeah. I really liked that game. It was really fun.
That's a good pick. Good pick. Sushi Boat, number
Sushi
5.
Boat,
I have
number
no
5.
idea who the company was. It's right down here.
My number 4 was also based on food. It was
Were you hungry?
I guess I was.
Eating bamboo, sushi.
Eating the bamboo, the sushi, the donuts so far. So clearly I was hungry. This one was one JT's taught us, and it was called Sweet Mess.
Oh, yeah. Sweet Mess, where you're all bakers.
You're all bakers trying to bake the little pies and the desserts, and you're trying to get the cards and bake them. But the cool thing they had is, I can't even explain it, but if the pieces were taken from one, then they all exploded over into the others. Is that what it was?
Yeah,
really
when you
cool.
shove your bowl when you shove your hand into a bowl, it splashes.
Right, so you go in to reach the chocolate or something, or the cherries or whatever. I don't remember what they were. You would go in to reach something, and they would like spread out into everything around it. Yeah. And you're picking up picking up the foods to get your pieces, to get the cards. Mm-hmm. But it was a really fun game.
Yeah, I liked. Again, this one had off the chart component quality as well.
It so good.
I think it was Game Trays had everybody had their own little player board game tray, and you had to keep your ingredients in certain spots. And if you were taking an ingredient that was full, you couldn't take that ingredient.
Yeah.
And I liked that mechanism.
And the trays were nice. Like, it was easy to see. You can only have one piece of this and this, and they had like you have to have 4 individual things and 3 things that were the same, and it was really cool. Yeah. I kind of liked it.
Yeah, it's cool. That was a good game. One of JT's Kickstarter purchases.
I think that's what he said. Yeah.
That he brought over one night to play with us, and so Sweet Mess.
Sweet Mess.
Game number 4.
Yeah.
Very good game.
Super fun. My number 3 is a game Sam hasn't played, but I really enjoyed it. So somebody else taught it to me at Camas. My number 3. And it would go right along with your nature theme that you did for Earth Day. But it is called Harmonies.
Yep. A lot of people said that we needed to try this game out, on JT's and I's list. And we just haven't had the opportunity to do it. And I didn't even realize that it was at Comic-Con until I saw her playing it. And then I never got around to being able to play it.
Yeah, it was really fun. You're trying to build... You're getting cards on what you think you're going to build, and then you're trying to build those nature themes in your tableau. You're trying to put a tree next to 2 waters, and then you're trying to put 2 waters next to a swamp and mountains, and you're stacking the tiles vertically. And the scoring mechanism was nice because each card you could score 3 times.
Oh.
So if you wanted a tree next to 2 waters, you can put the cube. There's only one piece that scores, and that's where you put your little cube. But you can score the same water in another tree over here on the same card.
That's cool.
So each card could score 3 times.
Yeah.
And it was really fun, and the art was really pretty. Mm-hmm. And once again, it was easy to understand. It was easy to get. I totally enjoyed it. I played it with a very large generational table. Yeah.
Gap.
I had a very young boy.
Yeah.
Actually, I think he was 5th grade, but he looks really young.
Gotcha.
But I think he was 5th grade. And I had a person my age and a person a little younger and a person way older. And it was a super fun game that all of us did.
That's cool when games can do that.
Yeah.
They can reach out to each of those different generations.
There wasn't a single one of the generation that went, I don't like this, or I can't play this. Yeah. We all had a really nice time.
Good. That's
so
awesome.
Harmonies is my number 3.
Number 3.
Yes. Number 2.
All right, number 2.
It's funny enough because I hated this subject in school, but I like trekking through history.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, Doug and Emily taught us this one.
It is really fun. I lost.
That's okay, though.
I had a great time. I really
It's not all about winning.
I liked how frustrated I was because you're trying to pull these cards and you're trying to put them in date order. And you think you're doing okay. And you're like at 1200, right? Yeah. You're like, I'm okay. I have all these other cards before I get to these last end. Yeah. And the next cards that come up are all like 1960. And you're like, well...
You have to skip 700 years.
I literally missed all of it. I also really liked, if you had the time or you had the interest, flipping over the back of the card.
Yep.
And there was a whole historical information about that person or about that card or about that era or about that time. Yep. And I love tie-ins like that.
Yeah, that's cool.
That was super fun.
Yep.
And then Sam, I think, went and got it for us.
Bought it and then...
Played it and then bought it.
Yep, played it and immediately bought it that same day. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it that much. Mm-hmm. So
That's my number 2. It was cool super fun.
Yep. Very good. Kickstarter edition, I've heard... the only thing that the Kickstarter edition has is a couple of extra things in it. The base game, I could have saved myself $15, but the base game has everything that I was wanting to make sure was in the game. So that's another cool thing about it. The Kickstarter edition isn't the one that you must go find in order to have the really nice version of the game. It just has a few extra things in it. But
I thought it was super fun.
Yeah, base game is really cool. Great components, great gameplay. It's not difficult at all. It's just... you choose the card that you want. You get some resources,
and
based
you get
on
the resources
that
on
choice.
it. Yeah,
and you're trying to chain those things on your itinerary cards so that you can score as many points as possible. Yeah. It's really a simple game.
Super simple and not difficult. But when I first saw it, I was like, "Oh, there's like numbers and dates, and there's like a list of things over here, and then there's these things I have to do down here." And I kind of made the face, going, "I don't know if I want to play this game." Then I did, and I really enjoyed it. Yeah. So that was my number 2.
Yep.
Crazy, yeah?
Yep, that's good. Trekking through history. Number 2. Numero uno.
My number 1 is the game I played the most this month.
The most?
Yeah.
How many times did you play it?
3.
3 times?
And it's a big old box.
Oh, okay.
I played Foundations of Rome 3 times. And that is my number 1. For the month of April. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, that game is fun.
Yep.
It is beautiful too.
Super beautiful.
The fact that each person gets this beautiful tray for themselves, and it's so clear what you need to do and how you score and what the score is. And when you move a piece onto the main board, it shows you right on your board what you score, and it makes it
very simple.
Yeah. For somebody who could have blonde moments like myself, it literally made it so simple. Mm-hmm. Like, I scored 6 points there. That was great. Like, it was just super easy. I love the tile placement. I love the, getting the deeds and then trying to build bigger sections and then trying to get another deed next to it.
Yep.
I really loved all of it. I played it 3 times.
That's the cool tension of the game, those deeds and being able to purchase them. And it feels like people who have a lot of, from those initial cards that have a whole lot of deeds that are real close to each other, feels like they might have an advantage. But I don't think they really do.
Right.
I don't think they really do. I think if you're spread out a little bit, it gives you more more ability, because those people that get those initial set of deeds, that are real close together, their choices for what to add are really limited. Whereas if you have stuff over here and here and here and here,
Right. I just need this one spot here, and I can get another 2 in here.
right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like, I don't know. It seems like if you get a whole bunch clumped together at the beginning of the game, you've got an advantage, but I don't think you do.
Yeah.
It's a great little game, and
Super beautiful.
the
The minis are the miniature, the little buildings are so beautiful.
They're super well done.
And this beautiful little tray. Now the box is super intimidating because it's huge, but
That's
you
true.
pull out this perfectly organized little tray
Yep.
with its own little lid that fits right on top, and that's your player board. Like, it was super cool. I played it 3 times. I loved it every time.
Yeah.
I played it with a bunch of different people across the board and liked it every time.
It's actually sitting
It's,
on our
I'm
dining
waiting
room
to
table
teach
right
it to
now.
Dante.
Because Dante wanted to learn how to play it at Comic-Con, but he never was able to because people kept playing it.
Right.
And so we asked to borrow it from JT again.
So we could teach him.
So we could teach him. Yeah,
I think he's going to love it. It's
Yep.
really fun. But
it's a good game.
I
Really good
played
game.
37 games in April.
37 games.
37 different games. That doesn't count Foundations of Rome 3 times.
Right.
Or
Right.
Takinoko twice.
Yeah.
Doesn't count that. 37 different games. And only 7 of those I had played before.
That's pretty good.
So that is my
Pretty
top
good.
10
Pretty good.
of that. And I think I had a great time. Like, it was a great
Great month.
play month for
Yep,
me.
it was. Very
Did
good.
you like any of these?
Yeah, I liked all of them actually.
I think Harmonies is the only one you haven't played.
Yeah, I haven't played Harmonies. That's the only one I didn't play. So I really want to get that one played to see what it's like and to see if I enjoy it. But that's a good list.
That was fun.
It's a good list. A lot of games played.
A lot of games played.
That's it. Jessie's top 10 new games to her that she played in the month of April 2024. We're going to get on out of here. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you guys and gals on the flip side.
Bye.
Take care.